Today, we would like you to meet some very special people.
My name is Paul Malati. I am a former student of Seeds of Literacy.
My name is Margot Hudson.
My name is Norma Caswell.
My name is Marie Rodriguez.
My name is Ernestine Ferris.
Okay, so my name is Abigail Figueroa.
These are a few current and former students at Seeds of Literacy, and we'd like to give them the chance to tell their story. For most, school has not always been the most welcoming place.
Traditionally, school didn't work for me, but not because I wasn't really good at it. It was just circumstances of life got in the way. But when I was in school, I was pretty good at it.
So my time in high school was good and bad. Good with friendship, but bad with education. Unfortunately, in the public school system, they are forced to push you through, and they're not able to give you the attention that some students need that don't catch on as fast as others.
Outside of Seeds, it was not too good. My experience in school, I went all the way from kindergarten all the way to the 9th grade without knowing how to read or write. I always felt ashamed when they used to call me a friend to spell a word or to answer a question. I was always the first one to sit down. And all my grades on my papers, they were all with a 0. So it wasn't a good experience in school.
Well, when I was in school, being truthfully, I wasn't really focused. I was a young girl, trying to do the young kids thing, and I wanted to graduate, but I got distracted. It was so many things going on.
For someone with myself, English, science, and other studies were not my problem. My problem was math, not understanding how math worked. So unfortunately for me, I would pass everything else and fail math, so I could not move forward.
I guess it was normal, like for anybody else. But I didn't finish because I had kids. So that's why I'm here today.
Then too, and I got pregnant. So that was a big distraction. And I kind of got discouraged. Don't miss me, I love my son, I love my baby, but I kind of got really just, overwhelmed with that, and I couldn't do what I wanted to do, and I was kind of discouraged, and I think all that piled up I just got discouraged and left school. And that's pretty much how it happened, and just left school.
Finally at 9th grade, I just quit school and just started working to help out my dad and the rest of my brothers and sisters.
Eventually, I just got so frustrated, I just decided to work instead of continue my education.
Without a high school diploma, many people feel trapped by their circumstances and don't always see a good way out.
Before I got to Seeds, I was just taking care of my son, who's 2. I really didn't put much thought into my future plans. I just wanted to be the best mom I could be. And I was really going through like a state of depression because I knew I had so many goals and ambition that I had and I wanted to fulfill. But at that time, I knew that him being so young, that he needed me more.
I was just tired of my life being like it was. I didn't feel like I had a purpose with life. Life just didn't look good for me.
Before, I was working in what I would consider a dead-end job at a aluminum foundry, basically making sand-casted molds for parts, not really having a future, and not happy with the job.
So during that time, it was very frustrating, embarrassing, and challenging to have to lie to employers about having an education that I did not have. I lived in fear for over 35 years that my employers would find out and terminate me. It got to the point where, as a father of 6 children, I was always worried, would I get terminated and not be able to support my family?
For many people, walking back into the classroom is a nerve-wracking experience.
It was a little bit I was very nervous. It was a long time since I had been anywhere where, you know, you had to learn. So it was a bit of an adjustment, but everybody was so welcoming. So it was an easy transition.
At first I was very nervous, but fortunately for me, there was a director here who made sure that he wanted me to know that everybody here had my best interest at heart. And that made me relax. And the fact that the entire staff, whether it's volunteer or the people that work here full time, let you know they're here for you and there's nothing you can't accomplish.
So finally I got to the point where I had to get brave. I had to be free in myself to walk through those doors and tell myself, okay, girl, it's time to go and get your GED. It's time to work on you.
So, once they're here, how do our students describe the Seeds of Literacy experience?
It's it's a family community. It's very warm, very loving, very supportive. Everybody cheers each other on. When one person passes a level and gets to the next, the person that passed that level will actually help the people that haven't passed that level. So you are doing it together as a family or as a group.
I have met a whole lot of nice people, a whole lot of great people. I mean, people that's really encouraging, people that's really just really for you to make it, you know, that's really just there with you, you know.
I had started it, you know, one time before, and I had quit because I was working 2 jobs and trying to do the program, and it just got to be too much. So when I came back the second time, I knew I was going to come back here. I wasn't going to start anywhere else because I started here and I just enjoyed them. I like the atmosphere.
Initially, when I came here before, it was with my sister. We were trying to help each other, and Chris and Sharon were great. They've always been, you know, encouraging for people. And after I stopped the first time, and that they had called me a couple times, and Chris actually got a hold of me one time and was talking to me, and I guess to a certain degree that kind of worked because that happened within a couple weeks before me getting fired. And after it happened, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go back down there. And when I showed up, it was great. And I was like, well, I'm glad you're back. And it just kind of helped me get through everything.
It's like hard to describe. It's like, it's like very personal, but it's like a very loving atmosphere, especially with Kira. You know, it's like I met a best friend. Yeah.
Yes, I made many friends, and actually one of them I still talk to today. She started with Tri-C with me, and now she's at Kent State studying, what do you call that? Fashion. So, but we still keep in touch, and we meet up every now and then. So, yes, I definitely made friends.
The people who come to Seeds of Literacy understand how profoundly education shapes the course of their lives.
I just wanted a better life for myself. I wanted to be able to feel good about myself. And again, you know, better opportunities job-wise, just feeling like I belong.
It's something I long for that I should have done. But now it's a must-do thing.
Everything that I'm learning, everything I'm learning about myself, it's just not the books. It's my life has unfolded. Because for me, it's like getting up the way I get up in the mornings, getting the kids ready for school. I never imagined being so busy and being so peaceful at it all at the same time. Because like I say, I find peace within it because I even get up and go to the gym. And I do so much more with my life.
That's why it's important to me. I just want to make it, you know, one of my accomplishments. One thing I just want to do, you know, during my journey in life.
You guys hasn't just taught me how to read and write. You guys has changed my whole life. I'm not who I used to be. I'm more of a kind person. I think about others. I care about others. I try to help others.
For many, Their motivation bridges generations.
How do you tell your own children that education is the most important thing they can do when you don't have an education yourself?
Now my kids is growing up, and I'm trying to help them with their homework and help them with their things they have to do, and I'm pushing my daughter to get her multiplication so she can pass, you know, to 6th grade, you know, and my son, I'm trying to keep him encouraged. So one day I really had to realize, okay, what I'm gonna tell my children, I didn't get a diploma. You know, I dropped out of high school. So what kind of example am I setting for them? And in the meantime, I'm pushing them.
I mean, knowledge is power. When I was young, education wasn't embedded in me. As I grew older, I realized that knowing things, and once you know something, no one can take that knowledge away from you. And that's what I want to show my kids, that knowledge is power. Like what you learn, no one can ever take that away.
At Seeds, one of the most exciting moments is when a student finally passes the GED.
What?
That you passed?
Oh God, I was so excited. I couldn't even believe that I had finished all these subjects given the fact that I never went to high school. It was a big moment for me.
I still, you know, I'm out in the community now because of getting that GED. So I'm out in the community. So I'm saying that in my speech over and over and over again, how I felt when I passed, how I got the call from Chris when I was on my way to work that day, and you told me that I passed. Oh my God.
I was excited. I was happy. It feels good to work on something that you had no idea that you had it in you. You know, for now to pass this and say, like you have a high school diploma now, you know, like that's good.
It was one of the proudest moments in my life, because after 35 years, I accomplished something I couldn't do for a long, long time, and I didn't have to be ashamed or embarrassed anymore. It was one of the proudest moments in my life.
Once they have a taste of success, our graduates quickly turn their eyes to the future.
Oh wow, it has made a significant difference in my life. I mean, I would have never pictured myself soon to be in college.
Once I was able to get my GED, I was able to take this job offer, not have to worry about, did I have a high school education? Because now I did. And I haven't looked back since. Financially, it's changed my family dramatically. I've been able to not only more than support my family, but I have also been able to help my son invest in his dreams and opening a business for himself. So I've been very blessed.
I would like to open a restaurant, and you guys are going to be my first guests.
Okay, so currently I'll be starting dental hygiene in the fall. So hopefully in 2 years, I'll have an associate's degree in dental hygiene and will be a dental hygienist.
Well, one goal is I want to write my autobiography. I want to write a book about my life, my journey. And I want to go on to school to get my associate's degree.
But that's my dream, to have a restaurant and put everything that I learned at culinary school and put it all in practice and share our nationality food with American people.
These are just some of the lives that Seeds has touched over our 25 years of service. Looking forward, we hope to help many more dreams come true.